violence they want to condemn.
Shapiro spoke the same day prosecutors in Utah announced charges against the alleged killer of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Shapiro and his family were the targets of a politically motivated firebombing in April at the governor's mansion in Harrisburg. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The National Hurricane Center is tracking 2 Atlantic systems, with Gabrielle expected to be born across the central tropical Atlantic in the near future.
Currently, right now, models look to curve that out north of the islands out there, so no threat here to Florida.
Hurricane specialist Larry Kelly says a second system just coming off the African coast has a low chance of development over the next week. While they're currently monitoring the entire region as we shift into late September and October, the Caribbean and Gulf traditionally become the hotbeds for tropical development. The Jerry of Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream is stepping down. Co-founder Jerry Greenfield announced yesterday he's turning in his resignation because he believes the independence promised by their parent company, Unilever, is gone. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Hey, I'm Brant, and her name is Sherry.
Hello.
She's a friend of mine whom we were just praying for because of a surgery she just went through.
Yes, and I am very happy about something you actually talk about all the time, which is
Medi-Share.
That is right.
Yeah. So what was your experience like with Medi-Share and the healthcare bills?
Honestly, Brant, seamless. And what a blessing that is when you're already nervous about a health issue, which I was.
Yeah.
Members shared my expenses. Having people pray with you when you call in with you is
It's refreshing.
Yes, that's what it is.
What I keep telling people love Medi-Share and they love saving money. A typical family can save $500 a month.
I am very thankful for Medi-Share. It is so different, and I mean different in a very, very good way.
It is good different. Call now. They're easy to talk to, and you can get a price within 2 minutes. 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
News reports on the information station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
By the boss, Dave. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
Only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone I know, help with whatever I need.
That's huge. And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank is a steady partner through it all.
Home Bank. 557.
Home Bank or FDIC, more than a bank, they're your business partner.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome into the show. Glad you're with us. Hi, Pro Joe. Did you catch yourself off guard on camera?
A little bit.
It seemed like you did. Glad you guys are with us. Hey everybody, 6:05. It is November 17th as we're getting ready to rock and roll, get things going this morning. As we talk about, as always, glad you're with us. We're here till 8 o'clock. Arch City Now, everything St. Louis all the time, all the way around. If there's stories, if there's things to promote, people, it doesn't matter, whatever. We're here for you. we want to get those words out, and we love talking with you. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for joining the show. You can do it through X, YouTube, and Facebook. X, YouTube, and Facebook is where you can find us. And we love it when you guys talk. Get on the chat line. Let us know what's going on in the loo. We can talk about that, figure it out as well with you. I do think it's interesting. We continue this last week. I'm referring to it as the last week of the heat, meaning above 90s. But it is. Once the sun goes down, it's a lot better outside. It is. It's a different kind of heat, but it is warm during the day. There is absolutely no doubt about that. And we appreciate Greg. Projo's here. Vic Faust. Greg's here as well, jumping in, letting us know what our national days of the week are. For what it's worth, National Smithsonian Day, International Country Music Day. There's one I can get behind. World Manta Day, Patient Safety Day, Responsible Dog Ownership Day.
Hey, it's my day.
It's your day. National Apple Dumpling Day, National Shuffleboard Day. The birthday is Cassandra Peterson. I don't know who Cassandra Peterson is at 74. I don't even know who that is. I've heard of a guy called Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' birthday. He's 30. Alex Ovechkin, who is all-time NHL leading goal scorer. He's 40. Phil Jackson, 80. Jimmy Johnson, 50. A lot of sports people today on this September 17th. Coming up on the show today, whatever you guys want to talk about, you guys jump in. You let us know as well. Charlie Kirk resolution, St. Louis County last night. We'll get into that. Oh, it's Elvira too. Mark Carter tried to get one passed. We'll talk about that. The man from St. Peter's with the sunflowers. The St. Peter's sunflowers. He's going to trial, baby. All over sunflowers. What were you going to say, Project?
The Cassandra Peterson's Elvira.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Does anybody remember Elvira, really?
Oh, I do.
Okay. Maybe the 45 and over crowd?
Yeah. I mean, she goes to Comic-Con. She's around. She's still kind of relevant.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Comic-Con. A police dog in Jefferson County served a lot. It was Morrow. We'll talk about Morrow. Cardinals had a game last night. There might have been 10,000 people there. I think they announced 20,000. There might have been 10,000. Cardinals in their last home stand of the year. We'll get into that. There's a run coming up at Forest Park. Fun run. We can talk about that. Promote. That's what we can do. It's anything and everything. Something coming up, let us know. ATVs were rolling through South City over the weekend. I don't know how we'd feel about this if it was your neighborhood. Where are police? Is it something that's terrible, illegal, so forth? We'll get into that. That attendance at the Cardinals games, it's so bad. It's hurting local businesses too. People aren't down there. Everybody's going to feel it. They're going to feel the effects. A lot of people work in suites as well at the Cardinals games. Those tips gone, suites gone. People aren't there. That's what happens. Money being spent somewhere else. Could get some Federal Reserve cuts today when it comes to interest rates. It's been 9 months.
See it to believe it.
I know, 9 months. That's become political, no doubt about it. We're a morning show. We always like to talk about coffee. We talk about breakfast, anything you guys are doing in the mornings. What's your wake-up routine? Share it with us. But there are some trends that McDonald's and Wendy's owners are talking about that they see with people in the mornings when it comes to breakfasts. Mentioned Charlie Kirk. What happened with him? A politician, a national politician, with an idea about drones now in public events. We can get into that. We always like to hear about people going to shows. I never heard from anybody that went to the Matt Rife show the other night, but I would love to. The Pixies played last night. You remember the Pixies?
Where is my mind?
There you go. And anything else that you guys want to talk about today? Joe says, good morning, Patriots. Have a blessed day today. We shall try. Greg jumping in on the chat line already saying the Feds will cut a 1/4 point today. That would be nice. That would be nice. Delia says she likes the backdrop for Logan.
Oh, nice.
Delia Overschmidt from Logan Chiropractic will be here at 7:30 today. They have named her the new university director of their women's clinic. So we'll talk about what's happening with that, the offerings that Logan has. It's been here for a long time. Also, when it comes to not only chiropractic care, but other care for your body and new medicine and keeping your mind set on other things moving forward in life.
Is it me? Have chiropractors always done this? Because like we have a chiropractor friend who
have they always done what?
Like wellness on top of
I'm sure some did. Some
chiropractic
didn't.
care. I'm noticing a new trend, and I'm kind of liking it because
new medicine.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
The new doctor.
Joe says my morning routine, guys, is dragging myself to work each day. LOL. I get it. That's the new trend. Okay. Hey, a lot of us have to do that. Drag ourselves to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
Greg says, here's a thought for everybody on this Wednesday morning throughout the St. Louis area. For the last game of the Cardinals season, to fill the stadium, have a collection of canned goods. Bring a canned good, get inside for the last game. Might as well fill the seats. We all know the real money is in the food and beverages. They can also get rid of the leftover giveaways, a win-win. Yeah, it is, but it won't happen. Number one, they won't do it. Number two, people wouldn't even go. I'm sorry, Greg, they wouldn't. I know.
Have a blood drive night. You get in for free if you give a pint of blood. Just saying.
The problem is people don't want to go for free. They just don't. I know it sounds crazy. People don't want to go for free. They don't. They don't. Maybe, but the Cardinals aren't letting them go in for free. Besides the last game this season, there's they already do, I think, like a running of the bases. They have a lot of giveaways. It's already like one of those things that's done. It would have to be done maybe in the last weekend, something like that. But it would be cool if they did it. But I'm telling you, people still aren't going. There's so much apathy. Apathy.
Need to get the bananas back, I guess.
Yeah, no kidding. Tony jumping in. Good morning to you as well. You guys are up and early, jumping around this morning. Tony's new routine to start the day: 3 cups of coffee, Arch City, and a workout. Let's go. What kind of coffee are you doing? I'm curious from that standpoint. Is it black? Is it you get your shots, as Dan Campbell, the Lions coach, once said, you get your extra shots of
pumpkin spice,
whatever it may be. There you go, Greg. It's canned food day at the ballpark. Get in free, hosted by Elvira, Projo, Blood Drive. Okay, here we go. We're off and rolling. Just about 6:15 on this Wednesday morning, September 17th. We love it when you guys jump in. It's all St. Louis all the time. Just giving you the news headlines, what's happening, some of those ideas for stories. Also, one other story that I'd like to get into today as well, if you guys are listening and we try to get that up and running, is there a part of St. Louis that you haven't been to in a while and you need to go check it out. Just to drive around, you haven't seen it, or you hear people talk about the St. Louis area, but you haven't been there. Projo brought up Newtown the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Many people haven't even been out to Newtown.
It's
just to check out place. Newtown.
Especially if you're a photographer.
I was driving around the hill yesterday, and all the restaurants, Ragazzi's, and I hadn't been there in a long time, years. I hadn't driven around the hill area really. So I was there I was driving around, just enjoying the day, and like, oh, there's Cafe Dolce. Hadn't been there in a long time, a little coffee shop. I'm curious if there are any of those areas around the St. Louis area as well, metro area, that you think's a gem. Maybe you're there a lot. Maybe you haven't been there. Maybe it's a place you want to go to, or something that you guys think needs to be promoted, needs to be talked about as well. Tony, I already knew it. He says the black coffee, no junk. It's coffee, not a milkshake. I appreciate it. It is coffee. What's the morning routine for you?
No seasonal trendy drinks, pumpkin spice lattes or anything.
I
could imagine drinking a pumpkin spice latte right before you work out.
Well, I drink coffee before I work out.
Yeah,
that makes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you get it's a good thing. Energy, it is, and it's healthy as long as you're not making it a milkshake.
Right. That's what I'm saying. A pumpkin spice latte. You know what I mean? That would. I think that would drag you down. I don't think that would be good for somebody working out.
Oh yeah. No, I got it. I got you. So we got a lot to get into already. 6:16 as we're Bonesy jumping on the show. Did you stop in for a fishbowl beer at Regazzi's? I didn't, but you know what? I've done that in the past, my friend. I did. Literally, I was driving around, had about 10 minutes. I was like, oh, just beautiful day, peaceful. Just it reminded me too how about time. It looks the same as it did 30 years ago. To me, it does. 20 years ago. It's like time stands still over in the hill area.
I hope it stays that way. It's a nice area. I love it.
Yeah, I get it. I do. It's just same thing. Growing up, I used to go over to my aunt and uncle's over in Webster, and it looks the same as it did when I was growing up. I mean, it's a little older. Homes are older, but it's like, okay, there's all those interesting, as I like to say, nooks and crannies of the St. Louis area.
Preservation.
Yeah, I get it. Appreciate you guys jumping in this morning as we're into the show, rocking and rolling, moving forward. Glad you guys are jumping in. If you have anything to add, please do so. Please do so. But we talk about those situations around the area. Morning routines. What's your morning routine? If you're drinking coffee, how are you drinking it? Cardinals last night. They won 3-0. There is a sign of hope for the future in one area. His name is his name is Michael McGreevy. He is a pitcher. He pitched 7 shutout innings against the Reds. Not too shabby. That's a 500 ball club that he did that too. There's not a lot of positives or things to look forward to. Thomas Sajaci also, I've been calling for him to get more playing time for years. For whatever reason, the Cardinals never would. But obviously they know more than I do. Whatever. Cardinals get a win. It's their final homestand of the year. There might have been 10,000 people there, which is a sad, sad state of affairs. Sad state of affairs, as we have seen one of St. Louis's great traditions, one of our positives, one of our shining lights has been dimmed. It is no more. From the chat line, Cardinal Nation soon, there will be no more. Mo. Oh, that's right. Mosaic. Well, don't you like my bow tie? Well, right? Right? I got into sayings. I try not to do this. The first person I ever heard say this. Do you hear people talk and then they say right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go there on a Saturday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if it's a negative thing, but it gets you. It's used as a tactic because I listen to words people say. Like right, to get somebody to agree with you. Why don't we go there and have a drink? Right, or
sometimes it's said
the
to
Boeing
make sure
strike.
Somebody's following the conversation.
Like if you listen, if you follow the workers striking at Boeing, they need more money. Right. Pro Joe, it's always good for you to bring me a water. Right.
That sounds more suggestive.
Yeah, that is suggestive. No doubt about it. But Mo is gone. That's right. He won't be evaluating talent anymore. Let's hope. He's had some successes here, but a lot of failures. And that's what we'll remember. This feudal baseball organization is his in the ownership group. I'm sorry. He's the face of it. It is what it is. And our wonderful Cardinals they're just, dead as a doornail, bad. Good morning to you, as Donna and Greg and Tony and Bonesy. everybody jumping in. Ben, I thought. Donna says, good morning, Vic and Projo. Good morning, sweet Darth Vader, our show mascot dog. Greg says, I get my day started with some hot tea with lemon and honey. All right. By the way, what may be common and natural for you may not be for somebody else, which is why we say, hey, let us know what your day is. Maybe there's something somebody else can pick up on. He says he gets some vitamin THC as well in the morning. Right.
Absolutely.
Get some THC coffee. Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at some of the text messages that I get. You guys do get up early, and we appreciate it. Sun not quite up in the St. Louis area, over 90 degrees again today. But we're going to have some fun as we do every day. So Cardinals get the win. They have the Reds again today. And then they have their final home series of the weekend coming up. Right. See, Tony knows exactly. He is the first guy I ever heard say that all the time. It was Mosaic. Right. You like my bow tie. Right.
That sounds weird.
Well, and if you don't hear him, he kind of has this voice and he talks like this. Right. Well, we're looking at all the pictures that we can, and we have a bullpen that, I assess, and since I know more than everybody else, right. How's my bow tie?
Sounds a little condescending, I guess.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes across that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not, but right. But I have another friend who says it. He's an attorney. And he's like, these players are getting paid, and most of these kids are coming from families where they don't have money, and their name and image is being used, so they should be getting a little piece of the action, right?
Yeah, sometimes it sounds like you should know this, right?
Right. Donna says, I start my day with either tea or coffee. I like high caffeine teas to get going. There's different levels of caffeine teas. Where did you see that? I'd never seen that.
I don't know.
Right. Now I started.
You started something.
But have you ever heard people say that in conversations? Where
yeah.
You're to go there, right?
Yeah.
Right. But the way that he said it, it wasn't like, right. We're going to go there, right? This is like, right.
I guess it depends on the context of the conversation. Like if you're in an argument and somebody says right, they're being condescending. But
Joe, more than 2 joints a day is wrong. Right.
Wrong. That's just breakfast.
That's right, baby. THC all the way. Greg says, M-I-Z. Right. Tony says, Z-O-U. Right. Oh, my God. We're off and running on a Wednesday. That's for sure. Appreciate you guys joining. I drink, and it's been going well. I got away from the creamer. This is what I use. I keep it on the desk. That's my stevia. Or stevia. Stevia or stevia?
Stevia, because of the I.
The stevia. I'll put a little stevia in the black coffee. And I'll rock from it. But the first thing, literally, if you don't know already, the first thing you should do in the morning is drink water. I'm sorry. It's the first thing you should do. You've got to hydrate your body. The last thing you want to do is drink coffee without drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You need to. You need to hydrate your body. Don't put the caffeine in first. I promise you. Try it. You'll like it. You'll feel better. One of the best things that you can do.
I don't even drink coffee anymore. I do the BioLimitless cell signaling. Yes, 2 of those in the morning, and then 2 of them at noon, and you are good the whole day.
All right. It is interesting. We're talking a little breakfast stuff here too. Get into it a little bit later in the show, maybe as well. McDonald's and Wendy's say that the American consumer has turned from fast food breakfast.
Good.
Breakfast sales way down when it comes to where it used to be when it comes to McDonald's and Wendy's. People aren't doing the morning breakfast fast food deal.
They're finding out that the food that they're eating in the morning isn't even real. It's not real eggs. It's not real pancakes.
I knew I was setting you up for that, and I love it. Allegedly, not real pancakes.
Yeah, I mean that's
what the hell are they?
That's not flour, eggs, and that's not those. That's chemical pancake is what that is.
chemical cake.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Kim cake.
All that they're not.
Hey, we want a Kim cake from McDonald's.
Yeah, it's no longer just flours, eggs, and milk,
followed by a Kim Trail. Wowza. Okay, Donna, I appreciate it. She says the Republic of Tea or Bigelow tea.
Bigelow's good.
Specifically, the American breakfast tea. Republic of Tea has cinnamon toast, high caffeine tea. Zoom. I want to do this. As James
Oolong tea is the best.
Okay. As James Brown says, black coffee and a hard roll. Good God. She says, I drink water first. I actually like water. Yeah, so do I. Water is great for you. Drink water first thing in the morning.
It's the only thing I drink.
Drink it. Get it going. Get your day rocking and rolling the right way. Hydrate yourself. Be healthy. I'm just telling you don't want to start with coffee before water. Ever. Hydrate yourself. You'll feel so much better. I promise you. When I started doing, I was like, why didn't I do this my entire life? You should.
I don't even drink juice.
And then if you have a little bit of extra time, slice a lemon, squeeze the lemon in, and go be your best. That was for Projo.
Lemon is key.
Lemon is key. It is 6:27. Remember, we're at Arch City now on X, YouTube, and Facebook. You can check us out there. Just always trying to get you rock and roll in the mornings here, St. Louis area. All things St. Louis all the time. LouInfo.com. You can check out the programming for all of our shows there. We'd love it when you jump in with us, when you participate with us. Coming up in just an hour, we'll talk with Dr. Delia Overschmidt from Logan Chiropractic. She's the new director of their women's clinic. We'll talk about what's happening at Logan. It's been here forever, producing literally some of the world's best chiropractic care. New medicine, new events that are going on over there, and just everything. It's literally a gym in our backyard. I used to work with and for Logan a long time ago, Projo, a long time ago.
Well, what'd you do?
I'll tell her that story. I taught the students X-ray and how to make money with high frequency X-ray machines.
Very cool.
I did that for a year of my life. Dr. Giebert. Anyway, long time ago. Done a lot in my life, Projo, just like you. Lived a lot of life.
Jack of all trades.
Terrence Williams has great pancakes. My son says I make the best pancakes. They have blueberries. Yum. That's right. Some good stuff right there. All right. We'll get to a quick break. First segment already down. Jumping on the show. Comment. We love it when you guys are a part of the show, not only with us, with others. What parts of St. Louis would you like to get to? What parts should people go check out? If there's a restaurant, a little park, an area. What made me think about that is I was driving around the hill yesterday. I hadn't been in the hill for a while. Break time. Is it?
Yeah, I think it's.
I was trying to get there. I was like, okay. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at LouInfo.com. Back with more right after this.
Find your thrill around every corner in the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron. Now at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 0.99% financing for 72 months. Elegance, power, comfort, all in one extraordinary SUV. And with the $7,500 EV tax credit going away September 30th. Get yours now while you can still save big. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or shop online at AudiKirkwood.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LootInfo.com news update. St. Louis police are asking for the public's help identifying suspects involved in a mail theft outside the U.S. Postal Service building in downtown West. They're looking for a van with no license plate seen last Thursday outside the building. 3 suspects stole 2 totes of mail before fleeing in the van. Contact Crime Stoppers with tips. A man found dying near the train tracks in Ellendale Monday died of a gunshot wound to the face, according to the autopsy results. Railroad employees found the man near Southwest and McCausland Avenues and contacted police. A homicide investigation is continuing. Mayor Kara Spencer's chief communications official has stepped down. Beverly Isom joined the mayor's office when Spencer was first elected in April. This marks the second departure in recent weeks. In August, Spencer, chief of staff, was with Casey Milberg. Frizz Fest is coming up on 8th year in St. Louis. Free family-friendly celebration of Black beauty and culture will happen this Saturday at Tower Grove Park, and over 80 vendors. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at Lou Info, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, info.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Things look pretty good, but pretty hot today and tomorrow, and a little bit cooler on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For now, we're in the low 90s with sunny skies today. Overnight will be clear, upper 60s, and then mid-90s for the afternoon high on Thursday and sunny. A few showers or thunderstorms and slightly cooler.
Winding down, but I keep thinking, my backyard is weak, man. I need a pool and maybe even a fire pit.
Cam, you know who can handle that? Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They're a family-owned St. Louis. We've been doing this for 25 years.
They do more than just pools, right?
Oh, yeah. Patios, outdoor kitchens, sport courts, fire features, the whole outdoor package. Design it, build it, and make it look amazing.
That sounds like trouble for my neighbors when I start hosting barbecues with the boys.
Exactly. And here's the best part. Free consultations, full features like LED lighting and spa integration, financing options, and they back it all with a lifetime manufacturer warranty.
That's legit. And you know I like local. They're licensed, insured, bonded, and based right here in St. Louis.
If you want the ultimate backyard, head to SplashSTL.com.
Hit up SplashSTL.com for more information and receive a free salt cell included in your package. A $2,000 value. SplashSTL.com.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Search City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Appreciate it here. Vic Faust, Pro Joe alongside as well. All St. Louis all the time. X, Facebook, YouTube. That's where you can find us. Please like, subscribe, share the show. Let us know what's happening in your life, what's happening in your neighborhood. Yes, Tony, we were coming back. How do you get going in the mornings? What's your coffee? What's your tea? What are you doing? What kind? What are you eating? Things from that standpoint. Donna says steak and eggs for me. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, that can get you going in the morning. Also, French toast, a shout out for French toast as well.
Steak and egg sounds so good. Sorry.
Yeah, I've never been a steak and eggs guy. Like when you say steak and egg, like a real steak.
Mm-hmm. Like a real steak and
It's one
over
of the
easy eggs.
One of the best. I mean, it's actually one of the best meals you can ever have.
Oh yeah.
If people know, I've had steak and eggs, but it's from the protein standpoint, vitamin standpoint, nutrient standpoint. Those two things together are like the best you can do.
If you eat all that, you're going to feel good afterwards.
I agree. I do agree. Steak and eggs, get it going. Maybe a little avocado for your fat if you can do
there
that.
you
Yeah, maybe a little fruit. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for jumping in, guys. You know what we do here, all St. Louis, all the time. One of the stories, so you guys can jump in with that. The other subject that we have going on throughout the day, what part of St. Louis haven't you been to in a while that, maybe you'd like to check out, or people should go check out? What prompted that was driving around the hill yesterday. I hadn't really driven around the hill in a while. And it was just a really nice, warm day. And it's like, seems like it stood still in time a little bit over here in the hill area. Okay, St. Louis County Council last night heard a resolution that Councilman Mark Harder brought to the table. And it was a resolution honoring the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk. It failed 5-2. And believe it or not, it came after a spirited night of debate on whether or not the assassinated conservative political pundit should be honored. I don't know what to make of this story. Those in favor of the resolution said they felt it was about defending freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and condemning political violence. I get that. They were in favor of the Charlie Kirk thing. I understand why they would want that. Those against the resolution for Charlie Kirk said that some of his past comments would just disqualify him for the recognition because he wasn't nice, allegedly, and also said that they felt it was inappropriate to elevate an unelected official with such an honor. I get that.
He would have been an elected official.
He wasn't, though. And I love him, and God bless his soul. And you know my love of Charlie Kirk over the years.
That man dedicated his life to politics.
Well,
in this
a lot of people
country.
do.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
But I understand. Here's the thing, though. I understand the rule of law, and I understand certain things. I am not surprised because he was an unelected official.
But there's nothing that raises him above and beyond. I mean, he was more about the country than some politicians.
Yeah, but you're missing
some elected officials.
I know, but you're missing the point.
Yeah, I get it, but I think patriotism.
He wasn't an
should
elected
trump
official.
I think patriotism should.
But it is politics.
Mm-hmm.
Half on the right, half on the left. Half agree, half don't. Although with Charlie, I think many, many, many more agree.
Sounds like
and
5-2.
we've seen that. So, I mean, they literally. Here's my thing, though. Would it have been nice to do for somebody, Republican or Democrat? Yeah. They don't. I get it. But they literally spoke about this for a long time. I mean, it just debate. The council voted 5-2 against it. Mark Harder said that he felt a lot of misinformation and emotions got in the way of the resolution passing. He said he was still proud to see how many people showed up to exercise their First Amendment rights Tuesday night. Prior to the vote, this is what I felt was interesting. The St. Louis County NAACP and the Ethical Society of Police, which is the organization that represents Black police officers with St. Louis City, issued a statement condemning the resolution. They condemned it. Not quite sure why. I've always just wanted to see if you think somebody's saying something or not saying something, show evidence. Show me the evidence. Show me specific clips if somebody has said something that you say they've done. Proof. I recently dealt with a situation where I was accused of doing something, and I'm like, show me the proof. It's not, people can have feelings, but where's the proof? Show me the proof. I need proof.
I've had plenty of people tell me that there's a lot of things that Charlie had said. And when I go back and listen to the clip that they're talking about, if you listen to the full context and not just the little clip that they put out on social media, it's a little bit of a different meaning, and it has way more of an impact, and it means something completely different than what was implied.
I understand. I do. And we're talking about because, I mean, they talked for a long time at St. Louis County Council last night and whether to, and it's like at the end of the day, though, I don't understand it. I mean, you're talking to a man who was slain. I mean, why wouldn't you just do it? Yeah, great. Okay, there it is, and it's over. It almost seems like it was just an opportunity for people to fight. Let's go fight. Let's fight some more.
Seems like even in times like that, people cannot just get on level ground.
Nobody will ever get on level ground. People are like, well, why don't we just love each other? I mean, what does it mean to love each other? I've always said that. I don't get into politics. I want everybody to get along. Okay, great. What does that mean? What does it mean to get along? Everybody does what they want, because if everybody's doing what they want, people are going to upset each other. Yeah, eventually you are.
Sounds like that's.
I just love everybody. Everybody should just love each other. What does it mean to love each other? Well, I don't agree. And my faith says no. My faith says yes. How are you going to love each other? Does loving each other mean you accept everything? Or does it mean being honest? You can't have love without being direct and honest.
I think a good love comes with brutal honesty.
So these are things that are going on. These are legitimate conversations. And so they had it at St. Louis County Council last night. It failed 5-2. Two conservatives voted yes. Liberals and another one or two conservatives voted no. Joe says you guys are 100% spot on. Thank you. Appreciate it. Greg says, drove down 170 by the airport for the first time in a while. Saw where Mick Boeing is building the building where the F-47 is going to be. I saw that recently. Guess where? Right next to where they dumped the radioactive materials at Lambert Airport.
Interesting.
Donna says, my secret is slow braising for 2 hours, about 5 to 6 seasonings. Wow. I guess you're talking about some sort of steak.
It's ribs. It's
ribeye. Oh, yeah. I gotcha. Absolutely. Appreciate you guys being here. Like, subscribe, share the show. Facebook, X, and YouTube. If you want to send us an email, you can do that as well. archcitynow@gmail.com. So it's over. The Charlie Kirk situation. And by the way, because it was such a big deal, the suspect now admitting to all of these things. And there's just some things about that. It just seems like very weird and unlikely to me that this person acted by themselves. It's just, there's a whole lot of stuff going on there.
I think Candace Owens agrees with you.
Candace was a friend of Charlie's.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she was.
Even getting into some countries being involved, or a country. Just bizarre. And I'm not doing that here. That's not what the show is for. I do love talking about the areas where you guys have gone to throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area where you like. Is it a park? Is it a restaurant? Is it a lot of very secluded parks around the area as well? Very nice walking paths, things like that. Chat line, by treating others as you wish to be treated, respectful and kind. That's how you show love. But a lot of people, just because you want to be treated this way doesn't mean other people want to be treated this way. It just gets into that whole thing where I just think politics are all over. I mean, yeah, politics.
Mm-hmm. Remember when there were
Anger.
curtains on the voting booths?
Yeah.
People didn't talk about it. They just voted.
That's never happening again. It's just not. It's not going to happen.
It used to be taboo to talk about politics.
Oh yeah. Let's get into a real serious matter, like sunflowers. Sunflowers in St. Peter's. Okay. Do you guys remember the St. Peter's man? He's been in a long, ongoing battle with the city over his sunflowers in his front yard. For 4 years now, he's grown rows of sunflowers outside of his home. Projo, do you have them popped up?
Sure do.
Okay. So city officials argued the flowers violated their ordinance. He was first cited under a rule requiring at least 50% grass coverage. That's not 50% grass coverage. But since then, St. Peter's has repeatedly revised its code, first saying the grass coverage was up to their interpretation rather than actual measurement. Then this year, they reclassified sunflowers as a crop. Remember that, Projo?
Mm-hmm.
Sunflowers is a crop now, meaning they can only cover 10% of the front yard. They literally changed the law to try to get these sunflowers out. So Mr. Bank, Chris Bank is his name. He's fought back every time. And then yesterday, he entered another not guilty plea in municipal court, setting up the trial for October 14th. You got to be kidding me. The last time his case reached trial, the city all of a sudden dropped it while he was already sitting in the courtroom ready to go. Where is it going to go from here? I have no idea. But he says he's not backing down. He wants his sunflowers.
Yeah, if you look at the grass is an acceptable height. If you look at the grass right behind him in the picture that we have right there, the grass is an acceptable height.
I'm trying to get over those sunflowers.
I don't know how he mows that, but the grass
A
is
weed
an
eater.
acceptable height. I guess so.
That's the only way you'd be able to do it is with a weed whacker weed eater. You couldn't do it with a lawnmower.
It'd be so hard not to hit the stalk of the, I don't know. That would be a nightmare to mow or to weed eat.
Why? Let me ask you this, and Chris can do whatever he wants at his house. Why would you want sunflowers? And I'm totally asking from an open mind standpoint. You guys that know me know that I keep an open mind. I will listen to anything and everything.
Maybe it's his mother's favorite flower. I don't know. The guy's got a fascination for it.
Can you see how it might be an eyesore?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can. I'm just being realistic here, people. Donna says sunflowers are a symbol of happiness for her.
Yeah. They're a symbol of happiness for a lot of people, I guess.
Greg says, I just do what my wife says. Best way to keep the peace. Yes, I understand. I mean, those are the sunflowers. So we're showing you video of his front yard. So there you go. 50%. They switched the rule. Now, do you think it's become personal? It's like, okay, you want to do this? Now we're going to make it personal. You want to fight? We'll fight. You want to take me to court? We'll go to court. And then that's the shot. Because when you're driving by, it initially looks like weeds.
Yeah. I could see where I could see where it'd be an eyesore, but it's also, I mean, it's a flower. I don't know.
Well, according to St. Peter's now, it's a crop. So you can have 10% of your yard. Is this going to go to trial? These are the serious issues that you'll face in St. Peter's. Sunflowers. Do you want that in your neighborhood? If you're the homeowners association, not that listen, I respect people that are on the HOA, but I'm not saying they get it right all the time.
I have to say I've driven in neighborhoods that have worse lawns that look like that, or that look worse than that.
Okay. That's a big deal these days, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
We covered the issues from St. Louis, things that are around. You guys let us know if we're hitting the spot, the bullseye. If there's other stories to cover, we'll do that as well. You guys let us know. It's up to you. This is your people's podcast platform. You can do that on X, YouTube, and Facebook. And, we'll continue to talk about those issues that are going on. One thing, we were talking about the entire Charlie Kirk situation. I forgot to bring it up, and I should have then. If you're wondering why Vic was doing the ping pong back and forth bouncing. There's an official politician out of New York, Democrat. Let's see if I can find his name again. Donna says, don't give up. That's a crop not a crock, a crop of S-hit. Leave the man alone. Leave his St. Peter sunflowers alone.
Maybe he likes the seeds.
Do sunflowers actually pop out seeds like that?
I believe so.
Where do they pop them out?
I think it's that big thing
I've
in the middle.
never seen that. I trust you.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it. Representative Richie Torres, a Democrat out of New York, in a Monday Facebook post said, I think that common sense dictates that with the technology of drones, they should be used at every public event to scan the line of sight of anybody and everybody around. Drones are easy.
Yeah, I mean,
we use them in the construction business. We use them on roofs. Simple, easy. The shots, the technology are amazing.
And I think that there's heat sensor on some of them. You can figure out if there's somebody hiding in a tree or a bush.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it too.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of drones.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it wasn't thought of sooner.
But what would be against it? There shouldn't be anything against it.
I'm sure somebody would have something to say. Like people who have nefarious, intentions when it comes to public events.
I like the idea of drones.
Me too.
Anytime speaking public, even I know there's certain things that
even that could go awry though.
How is that?
I mean, there could be things attached to those drones. I think that it would have to be only certain people, not everybody is able to fly it.
Yeah, but that is another interesting thing because how would you know what drones are allowed, what aren't? We already know how communication goes sometimes when it comes to public official or public groups, public entities. Well, we thought we were rolling one. They thought they were rolling one. The general concept I do like, I agree with, of having drones at events, public events, sporting events, on a Blues game, Cardinals game.
Drones can also be used to attack.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Concerts. I know. All those things can happen. I don't know, but in the end, I like it. I do. I like it. And I could totally see it working. Totally see it working. If that was something that you needed. Could a drone helped in that situation in Utah? Yeah. If it was allowed to be up. Yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I mean, that would, yeah.
6:54 is the time. Vic Faust is here. Pro Joe as well. You hear his voice. We take you to 8 o'clock every morning. 6 to 8 a.m. Art City Now. All things St. Louis all the time. Coming up at 7:30, we'll be talking with Dr. Delia Overschmidt. She is the new director of the Women's Clinic at Logan Chiropractic Care, Logan University, the Women's Clinic. We have, it'll be interesting to talk about what they're doing, new care, new healthcare, just lots of ways at looking at taking care of yourself and moving in to 2026. And Logan's been around for a long time. Definitely been a bright spot in our area out in the Chesterfield area as well. 90th anniversary this year, 90 years of teaching and really doing just a fantastic, great job there. So we'll talk. They're coming up at 7:30. We'll also get into that interest rate story. Could get a 1/4 point cut today. We will have to wait and see. How would you feel if a bunch of ATVs were rolling through your neighborhood like they were in South City? We'll show you that, what was going on over the weekend as well. Happy birthday to Patrick Mahomes, the Mahomie, 30. I was like, he's only 30? He seems like he's been around forever. Already had a dynasty put together with the Chiefs, and he's 30. Cardinals got a win last night. They beat the Reds 3-0. The win's there. Barely anybody there. But at least a rookie was pitching, and he pitched well, and he shut out the Reds for 7 innings. There is a sign of hope for something positive in the Cardinals' future. We got to count those wins, even when they're small these days, when it comes to St. Louis. We'll also talk about what's happening and how it's been a really, really bad year for people trying to make money. Jobs, vendors, people at the ballpark, because nobody's going, and they haven't been. This in the final week or the final homestand for the St. Louis Cardinals. They finish up on Sunday, then they're on the road the final week of the season when they wrap up. So all these stories, plus we'll give a shout out to a police dog from Jefferson County. We'll show you that coming up as well. Love it when you guys jump in the show. Good morning to you, Ben. And of course, let us know how you get your mornings going. Is it coffee? Is it water? Is it THC? Is it something else? What are you drinking? What are you eating? And are there any spots throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area that you think people are missing out on, they should check out, or just haven't been to in a while? I'd like to check it out. I was driving around the hill yesterday, and it just seems like everything is stood still in time. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Arch City Now right after this. Projo's here. I'm Vic Faust. Don't go anywhere. We are your Lou information station, live and on demand at louinfo.com.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Eric Naputi. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Listen, let me ask you a question. Are you just so tired of the system that's broken, the supposed healthcare system that is not helping you? Listen, if you haven't learned anything over the last 5 years, you have to learn how to take care of yourself. Self-care is the real healthcare. Stop relying on the broken system. Stop relying on the system that got us in this problem in the first place. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I want you to go right now to trybiolimitless.com/ArchCityNow. That's trybiolimitless.com/ArchCityNow. Go check out some game-changing formulas that truly have changed the lives of tens of thousands of people already. We've got a detox formula that has been proven to remove heavy metals and microplastics and destroy parasites in the body. We've got a cell signaling formula that helps improve energy, helps the body burn fat. It helps you actually stop those afternoon crashes, gets you off of all the darn caffeine, and stops you from having to use all those energy drinks that are destroying your health. Check out our Master Microbiotics formula that truly helps change the game for gut health. If you're bloated, if you're distended, if you've got issues with chronic pain and inflammation, that formula can help change your life. Not to mention our Neuro Reboot. Listen, if you can't focus, if you can't function, if your brain is just not where it's supposed to be, the Neuro Reboot peptide formula is amazing for you. And listen, if you're trying to shed some weight or put on some muscle, it's time to get your metabolism to reset. Our cellular reset formula can do that. Go to trybiolimitless.com/ArchCity now.
That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Yo to the yo to the yo.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis. Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios. This is the Lou Information Station. KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. A Senate hearing with FBI Director Kash Patel got off the rails fast Patel and Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee shouted at one another over subjects which included the Charlie Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein investigations.
I'm not surprised that you continue to lie from your perch and put on a show so you can go raise money for your charade. You are a political buffoon at best.
That was just one exchange between Patel and California Senator Adam Schiff. It happened after Patel and New Jersey Senator Cory Booker accused each other of tearing the nation apart. Authorities in Utah say a man arrested just after Charlie Kirk was assassinated claimed he fired the shot to help the real shooting suspect escape. Utah County Sheriff says 71-year-old George Zinn yelled he was the shooter to allow the actual suspect to flee. Tyler Robinson was arrested late Thursday and charged with aggravated murder for the killing of the conservative activist. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Robinson with aggravated murder, making the 22-year-old eligible for death if found guilty. President Trump and Vice President Vance will both deliver remarks at the memorial service for Charlie Kirk.
The Hill reports that both will speak at Sunday service at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Kirk's widow Erica will also give remarks, along with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. I'm Mark Mayfield.
An Indiana man's charged with making an online threat which triggered a lockdown at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis last week. Federal prosecutors say 23-year-old Jackson Fleming posted the threat on a social media app, prompting panic and confusion on campus. Fleming faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted of a federal charge of transmitting a threat in interstate communication. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into. And that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 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 855-SHARE-40.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Arch City Now, Vic Faust here, Projo alongside. Glad you guys are with us as always. 7:05 is the time. It's September 17th. It is a beautiful morning throughout the St. Louis area. Happy hump day. Sun is up. It's going to be another warm day, over 90 degrees, but we're coming to a little bit better temperatures. Saturday's supposed to be a little bit better. Highs in the middle, maybe upper middle 80s, which is at least a little bit better. We get you going until 8 o'clock every morning right here on Arch City Now. Facebook, YouTube, and X is where you can stream us. You can also jump in on the podcast platform. Talk to us. Keep us posted on things that are happening in your life. Promote anything. A couple of the subjects that have been going on throughout the morning. What are you drinking in the morning when you get up? Is it tea? Is it coffee? Is it water? Is it THC? Is it something else? Let us know. We do that. Are you eating anything? We were talking about that. McDonald's and Wendy's CEOs say that people aren't doing the fast food breakfast anymore that much. Not as much. At least sales have significantly decreased. Joe says it's because of all the fake food.
I think people have also realized that breakfast is a really important meal of the day. And
well, it can be.
You should put something other than fast food in your body.
Okay. Yeah, you should. I get. But you can get some healthy things at fast food places.
Can you?
Yeah. Like eggs.
Okay, if they're real.
If they're real.
And it also depends on where they're getting the eggs from. They could be importing them from China.
China.
So
let us know how you get your mornings going. Some people said pancakes. Some people steak and eggs. Do you have time to do that in the morning? Do you have kids? All those things weighing in from that standpoint. Love it when you guys jump in on the chat line as well. We try to promote what you guys are talking about. From the chat line, CBD, roll on the areas of pain in my body. It helps me start my day. Plus high caffeine tea. Okay. Tony says, I'm excited to have a new listing in Baldwin. 63021, top 10 areas to live in the USA. We will see how fast I get that home under contract. I'll keep you updated. All right, Tony, keep us posted on what you got going on there in Baldwin. Not sure if you've had a listing in Baldwin there or recently. Yeah, let us know. Ryan jumping in says, for me, breakfast used to be bourbon. I know, I get it. Funny, not funny. Now it's a bowl of alcohol-free Rice Krispies. Amen, brother.
Where do they sell that stuff at?
Amen. Got you going on. Robert says, looking sharp, Vic. Good morning, all. Yeah, decided to put on a suit coat today. We got an interview today. You know, we do what we can here. Dr. Delia Overschmidt from Logan Chiropractic will be in at 7:30. She is the new director of the Women's Clinic. We'll talk about what they have going on over at Logan, celebrating 90 years, a long time. Certainly a star organization when it comes to St. Louis, producing some of the best chiropractic care in the world, some of the best chiropractic students in the world, right here in the St. Louis area out of Chesterfield. Also talking about some new medicine as well, that as we go into 2025 and 2026, how people can take better care of themselves.
Now I feel underdressed. Here I am in a t-shirt with a skull on it.
That's how you look every day.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, that's all right. Be you.
I am.
Be you,
100%
Projo.
genuine.
Be you, buddy. I know. But we do appreciate you guys jumping in. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show, letting people know what's going on. I did, man, I don't know if I should say this. I'll get off track. I was going through, somebody posted the music scene. And I know you're into the music scene, Projo.
Mm-hmm.
The Pixies were in town last night, by the way. If you guys remember the Pixies.
I had one song that was that I liked. I don't know any of the other ones.
What song?
Where's My Mind?
There you go.
Yeah. It was the
pretty popular
closing credits song for Fight Club.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you like that movie?
Oh man, I love that movie.
Yeah. The whole thing with it being kind of like fake, kind of made me go.
It was all in his head, most of it anyway.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm following. I get it. I saw this guy post this on Facebook. Best St. Louis artist to come out of St. Louis. St. Louis.
Chuck Berry.
Well, this guy had him number 4 on his list.
Ooh.
And I was like, Chuck Berry, number 4.
Now, does this include actors?
No, music artist.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Music artist.
Gotcha.
Think about it. What's been big in the music scene in St. Louis? It's been rap.
Oh, yeah, Nelly.
He had Nelly 3 on the list.
Before Chuck Berry? Yeah. Come on. I cannot credit. I cannot.
Nelly 3, Chuck Berry 4.
No credit to this list. Nothing against Nelly.
You're gonna laugh.
Nothing against Nelly. Yeah, I guarantee it.
You're gonna laugh. Any idea what this guy thinks or who he thinks is the best artist to come out of St. Louis?
He already took the top. I have no idea. The Urge?
No. I should have known you were going to say that. No, that's awesome. Number 1, Chingy.
What?
Number 2, Akon. 3, Nelly. 4, Chuck Berry. 5, Josephine Baker. 6, Miles Davis. I didn't know it.
About Josephine Baker.
Yeah, the 6, Miles Davis. And then if you wanted to expand it to the Metro East, I think there's one person you have to put number 1. Although I think Tina Turner. Wasn't Tina Turner from East St. Louis?
Yeah, she was actually. Why isn't she even? See, there's no credit to this list whatsoever.
Yeah. Now this was just somebody I saw post.
Ike Turner was from St. Louis.
I saw a post on Facebook, and it was St. Louis related, and we talk St. Louis things, and we get you up and rolling in the morning, kind of ease you into your day. I thought it was one of those topics. I literally just saw it when I was scanning the web. Chingy, Akon, Nelly, Chuck Berry, Josephine Baker, Miles Davis. I'd have Chuck Berry. I'd have Chuck Berry and Tina Turner at the top.
Yeah.
And I would include Tina Turner because she's East St. Louis.
Right.
Miles grew up in East St. Louis too, but he made his name in the city. So there you go. Miles Davis and Tina Turner. I don't know. It's St. Louis.
Whose list was this again? I'm sorry.
Just this guy. No, just, an average Joe like me and you.
Oh, well, okay. That explains it.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe people can put their top list together when it comes to best artist to come out of the St. Louis area.
Well, I think somebody else on the network already did something similar. That's Sounds of St. Louis.
Oh, with Tony?
Tony Patrico. He has a list.
Who did he have as number 1?
I don't remember, but he has a very extensive
check out
list.
Tony's show. Terrific show. Sounds of St. Louis on luinfo.com. You can check out all the other programming. You know what we do every Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. right here, Arch City, St. Louis, or Arch City Now, about St. Louis. Ryan with a great story. You just never know on this show what you're going to bring up and how people are going to be attached to one another. He says, my former mother-in-law used to babysit for Ike and Tina Turner. That's a great story. Ike grew up in East St. Louis, but made his name in the city. Ike or Miles?
Miles.
I'm sure he's talking about Miles.
Yeah.
Tony says, what? No Chuck? The dude's on gummies. Or he may be younger. Like I said, I just saw it and I went. But Chingy. Chingy, St. Louis.
It's like a one-hit. I'm sorry, nothing against Chingy. Once again, I think even Nelly had more hits than Chingy.
But I love his one hit.
Yeah.
Right there.
I mean,
produced by Nelly, right? Didn't Nelly produce Chingy?
I think he definitely had something to do with it. Yes.
What a time for St. Louis during that time. The Rap City, all of that was going on. You know, I moved, it was right after it hit too. It reminded me that was a big, big time for St. Louis. Because when I moved to Detroit, Eminem had just hit it big, and Kid Rock had hit it big. And you're like, holy moly. And these two icons.
Powerhouses, yeah.
I mean, two of the best from a talent standpoint musicians of all time coming out at the same time out of the Detroit area. So my hometown, we got Nelly, who's kicking butt and producing artist. And then I went to Detroit and I'm like, damn, there's music. These got great people everywhere. 7:50 or 7:15 is the time. It is September 17th. Glad you guys are all with us. Tony says, Vic, remember the Isley Brothers?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yep.
I do remember the Isley Brothers. Dang, forgot about them. They're getting a star in U City, as they should. They weren't from the Lou, but I do remember them.
Mama's Pride was from the Lou.
Mama's Pride?
Yep.
Okay. No, you guys are great. We appreciate when you jump in on the chat line and like, subscribe, share the show, promote. Can do that on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Greg says, if it wasn't for Ike and Tina, I wouldn't exist. Okay. My parents met at Ike and Tina's concert in 1963, married 6 months later, and little Greg. Okay. And we take you back in the Wayback Machine from that standpoint. We do stories, little fun stories, get into some other ones as well. What do you think about this real quick? Because I don't know, we got about 10 minutes before we have to take a break. Some other stories that we'd like to get into as well. This happening over in South St. Louis. ATVs were roaring through some South City neighborhoods, despite St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department trying to stop it. So what do you think about this? We'll show you some of the video. Local news stations were talking to neighbors about what had happened. The guy was literally outside talking with his neighbors when a group of 50 or more riders came down his one-way street against traffic doing stunts on the sidewalk. That had to be loud as heck. Said the next thing we knew, we were bombarded by motorcycles. It was chaos. Parents were out there. Kids were out there. Everybody was on their porch like, what's going on? It also happened with the same group driving near Gravois in Hampton. Several riders surrounded his car. He's like, I got frustrated. I laid on my horn. And they do the thing where they kind of like speed up and slow down on you. The night before, St. Louis police arrested a 24-year-old riding with a similar group who were doing these things. Mitch McCoy, spokesperson for St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, has cautioned officers to be strategic about enforcing such activities. He says it's dangerous for the person riding the ATV and other drivers to engage with them in a high-speed pursuit. So they said what they did Friday night was strategic. Well, I get it, but so you just let them run their course? Is it legal to drive your ATVs with 50, not going against the traffic, not going down one-way streets as we look at, some of the video that you see out there?
Well, apparently they were confiscating some of their ATVs, so.
I mean, but.
Might not be legal.
That could be an issue. It could cause a lot of problems as well. When we're talking about that, people doing the ATVs, driving down one-way roads, 40 to 50 of them. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there's any place for that in suburban. I mean, come on. It's all-terrain vehicles. You're in concrete jungle. You don't need that.
Anyway, they say call police. If they're in an issue, if they're doing, just call police. They'll get out there as fast as they can. They know what's going on. Lisa says the Urge from St. Louis. She gets a vote for the Urge. I mean, It's a really good. I mean, if we're going all the way back, as long as we are with that list, I mean, the Urge, and I love myself from Urge. That's a list. That's tough to break the top 5.
Yeah. We've had Steve on the show.
Urge, Nelly, Akon. People forget about Akon. Chuck Berry, Josephine Baker, Miles Davis, Tina Turner. Then we'll throw the Urge in there. Chingy. Tony says, hey, Vic, Isley's where I met you. That's right. I wanted to go live with you on Fox 2. I was doing a live shot in Delmar. Tony, I do remember. We spoke there. Man, that's funny. Time goes by so fast. Gravity Kills.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Shield.
Ryan, appreciate it, buddy. Well, then do we, who's, what was the name? Is that what the group Moon was lead singer of?
Oh, Greek Fire.
Yeah, Greek Fire.
Yeah. And then Story of the Year as well.
Story of the Year. They had some songs that I like because I like some of that music, and I really like some Greek Fire music. I did. There were some songs that I loved with Greek Fire.
Yeah. I actually,
and then Moon. I couldn't believe that Moon was the lead singer, and I was like, "Damn, he's pretty damn talented."
Oh man, his voice, unbelievable.
So other St. Louis, and I know I'm not trying to be Tony's show. I don't know. We just kind of morphed into it.
Yeah.
We could never, ever, ever even be close to how good Tony is ever. And what he does with Sounds of St. Louis, but check it out.
And there's some big plans coming too.
Nice.
They're going to be
I didn't know
playing
that.
local music. Yeah, they're
Sounds of St. Louis.
Well, they're doing a separate show on one of the days. Like I think it's Monday. One of the days they're going to be playing all local music, like a radio station. I think that's a great opportunity for local musicians.
Yeah, I got you. Greg has an idea for the the ATVs. Lawn sprinklers would accidentally go off pointed towards the street. People were coming down. So that's what they do to us here at our studio. It got me again today, but now I'm ready for it. What happens is when we pull in and do our security gate keys, if you get here at the right time, the sprinklers are going off and they shoot directly at the car where you're
the key card.
Where you're putting, you have to open your window and put the key card next. I am not kidding. I am not over exaggerating. If you stay there with your window down, the water shoots into your car.
Hello?
It's not break time yet, right?
No,
better at Hot Shots.
He sent me a
grill, from mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas.
So I think we're still talking. I think somebody just put something up there.
Well, no, I think we're off the air on. Hello? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just going to mute that.
You just tell me what's going on.
I'm going to text message him. I think we're off of 590 right now for some reason.
Okay, you keep us
he
posted.
Lost our signal.
All right. We, however, continue on the podcast. Great idea, my friend. Love you guys jumping in on the show, telling us what you think you would do, what's going on. Also, one thing I wanted to get into, the Federal Reserve might cut interest rates today. I think we're talking about maybe a quarter point. The market certainly calls for it, what we've seen. It would be long overdue. It's been way too long. I mean, we're literally talking, 9 months of holding the interest rate steady, which should not have happened. Sorry. The central bank's decision is coming today. Federal Chair Jerome Powell has been called out by the president. Will happen at some point today. So we're expecting to get some sort of cut today. So let's see. Another issue that could be coming that could help the economy, could help home sales, all those things. Oh, Greg says yes. 590 plane, not us. We will figure it out. That's for sure. We appreciate you giving us an update on that. We rock and roll from the podcast platform, the podcast standpoint, as we figure all of that out. Also,
I think we're back.
Okay, fantastic. Good to be back. Glad Rai got us back on there. There we go. Not sure what happened. We took a hit, but we keep on ticking. We love it. Also, as we continue to push forward from that, the Cardinals won last night 3-0. There were barely anybody in attendance there last night, but there's another issue that's been going on. Of course, one thing leads to the next. A lot of people rely on the Cardinals and the people coming downtown and to the ballpark to make their money. But with nobody going to the ballpark as much anymore, people are really struggling when it comes to finances. Many people, many professions, really relying on the money that normally comes down to Busch Stadium. So you've got to adjust with the times. But the economy has been so bad at the ballpark that it's not just people not showing up, it's money's not being spent. People aren't getting what they run. There's a person who they spoke to, a woman, for 27 years, she's run the K's Unique hot dog stand outside Busch Stadium. She said, but this year, she's had to cut back going from 2 stands to 1. First time. 27 years. That's how bad things have gotten down at the ballpark. They had their lowest attendance ever at Busch Stadium 3 this last month, and it's kind of continued. She said, quote, I think St. Louis wants the ownership to hear what they're saying. Fix the team, get a product on the field, or I'm not coming. And she says she hears it from customers who have season tickets that just won't come back anymore until the Cardinals make changes.
Or until it's pleasurable to go back downtown and just hang out for the day.
She said she's trying to stay positive. I mean, what can you do? She's like, I want to hold my permit because the Cardinals will play better again, I think. She said once Mosaic is gone next year. That was her opinion. And it's just been tough for them trying to make all the changes that they can to make sure that all this stuff goes well. So it has been affecting, and not just that, but I was also told that somebody who works the suites at Busch Stadium relies on income. It's really affected her business, her life in there, and making money and paying bills because you didn't expect all of a sudden. It's like, nobody's coming to Cardinals games anymore. We were the greatest fans, and now it's like, that's kind of a bad situation.
We were the greatest team too.
Yeah, those things too. If you want to get some more of the chat in there, you can over the next couple minutes when it comes to how you get up in the morning, what are you drinking, what's your routine, what are you eating. Feel free to do that. We're going to take a quick break though, but when we come back after the break, we'll be talking with Dr. Delia Overschmidt from Logan Chiropractic. She is the new director of women's care, about all of the things that are happening. It's been a really tremendous school/university for a long time in the St. Louis area. It's also the 90th anniversary when it comes to passion, purpose, and progress for Logan Chiropractic Care. So jump in on Facebook, X, YouTube. If you have questions for Delia, you can jump in on the chat line and do that as well. And of course, Donna says, I support the Cardinals. I don't give up! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Okay, we appreciate it. And you should. Go ahead and support them. It's just many people are done spending money and going down to the ballpark, and we'll find out next year where all that goes. It is September 17th at 7:28. Looks like another beautiful morning to start your work week. Happy hump day, everybody. We will take a quick break. We are your Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com. Yeah. The positive news is the Blues are getting ready to start. So there you go. You got the Blues starting. Woo! Woo! All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Art City Now right after this.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
luinfo.com. Station 590 AM KLIS River St. Louis.
Story begin.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold flavor-packed sandwiches. Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising, next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. St. Louis police are asking for the public's help identifying suspects involved in a mail theft outside the U.S. Postal Service building in downtown West. They're looking for a van with no license plate seen last Thursday outside the building. 3 suspects stole 2 totes of mail before fleeing in the van. Contact Crime Stoppers with tips. A man found dying near the train tracks in Ellendale Monday died of a gunshot wound to the face, according to the autopsy results. Railroad employees found the man near Southwest and McCausland Avenues and contacted police. A homicide investigation is continuing. Mayor Kara Spencer's chief communications official has stepped down. Beverly Isom joined the mayor's office when Spencer was first elected in April. This marks the second departure in recent weeks. In August, Spencer replaced Chief of Staff Nancy Hawes with Casey Milberg. FrizzFest is coming up on its 8th year in St. Louis. A free family-friendly celebration of Black beauty and culture will happen this Saturday at Tower Grove Park and over 80 vendors. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Things look pretty good, but pretty hot today and tomorrow, and a little bit cooler on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For now, we're in the low 90s with sunny skies today. Overnight will be clear, upper 60s, and then mid-90s for the afternoon high on Thursday and sunny. A few showers or thunderstorms and slightly cooler on Friday, mid-80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
STL Sports Central is St. Louis's first all-digital sports network, and it's easy to find on YouTube. Catch the Randy Carricker Show featuring Brooke Grimsley Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Videos and written content from Bernie Miklasz, Card Central 365 every day, plus post-game shows after every sports team play. It's all at your fingertips on YouTube and online at stlsportscentral.com. Check it out.
Find your thrill around every corner in the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron. Now at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 0.99% financing for 72 months. Elegance, power, comfort, all in one extraordinary SUV. And with the $7,500 EV tax credit going away September 30th, get yours now while you can still save big. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or shop online at audikirkwood.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust. on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Arch City Now, Vic Faust here. Projo alongside 7:34 is the time. September 17th, it's a glorious morning throughout St. Louis. The sun is shining. It's going to be another warm day, but you know what we do? It's all St. Louis all the time. We love to promote anything and everything throughout the area. Love it when you guys jump in on the People's Podcast platform as well and on 590. Of course, X, Facebook, and YouTube is where you can find us on the social media right there. And of course, we put our the reels and everything else that we do on Instagram, TikTok. We're pretty much everywhere, taking you to 8 o'clock when Hot Take Central 2.0 takes over with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Glad to have our guest in today, Dr. Delia Overschmidt from Logan Chiropractic. She is the new director of the Women's Clinic. Good morning. Welcome into the show, Doctor. What do we call you? Dr. Delia, Dr. Overschmidt?
Yeah, so most of my students call me Dr. O just because Overschmidt's, kind of one of those long German names. It's kind of hard
Dr.
to
O,
pronounce.
I like
so
that.
Dr. O works.
Well, you guys have been rocking and rolling at Logan for 90th anniversary already.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And so much has changed, honestly, even since I was a student there. We have a lot of new programs. Not only have we expanded the chiropractic profession side of things, but even the health sciences side. So we're actually promoting a new PA program that should be coming in 2027.
Does that have, first of all, congratulations on your new honor. That happened recently in regards to your new title.
Yes, thank you.
What specifically are you doing?
So I am the director of the Women's Health Clinic. We are a specialty clinic within Montgomery Health Center, and we are focusing on women's health care. So anything from, young women all the way through, all the life stages up into, postmenopausal. So
Is it specifically when you talk about menopause too, is it specifically chiropractic or does it go into other areas? And if so, how?
Sure. So that's a great question. Most people think chiropractic is all about back pain or an adjustment, right? And there's so much more beyond that we can do to help our patients. It includes, like nutrition counseling, further diagnostic testing. We could look into radiology, DEXA scans, bone health, and so much more.
So when it comes to Logan, is it fair for me to say that it's the best chiropractic school in America? I've always thought it was. And I'll promote it as that, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for promoting it that way. It's definitely leading the charge, I think, amongst chiropractic colleges. We focus on evidence-based research. So we're constantly putting out, new documents on how chiropractic care can help various different types of injuries. We are worldwide. So I believe that there's 54 chiropractic universities in the world, and Logan's definitely on the top.
When you see what you guys are doing and you talk about all the care, I love the fact, and you know this, when you were getting your degree, when you were becoming a doctor, when you were becoming a chiropractor, I feel as if there wasn't as much respect, there wasn't as much acceptance in all medical professions as there is now, because we've started to see it's like, wait a second, there's so many other areas that we're helping besides helping you with your back and pain from that standpoint. I love where I see medicine going. I'm curious what you guys do and what you feel about it from a medical standpoint.
So, that's really interesting you bring that up. I think there's a big focus on prevention, right? So pain's the last thing that shows up in your body, right? And so we go there because we hurt. And, a lot of medicine today is pushing pharmaceutical drugs or jumping right to surgery. So it's nice to have an avenue where you can dive into like the root cause of the problem, start thinking about, how, what you put into your body, how you, manage your body, function, move, how it goes into preventing other things from happening. So we're not just so focused on back pain, right? We're looking at other reasons why that might be happening. So like, for instance, one of the sponsorships for Logan's Women's Health Clinic is Foot Levelers, where we do customized orthotics, right? So how like that your feet act as the base of your support and can support you structurally in how you move.
So what kind of questions do you get from your students now? Do you see them looking forward, going, okay, now we've got so many more avenues to approach. We've got so many more ways to help people in the year 2025.
So that would be like a lot of the specialty clinics. We have a pediatric clinic that is growing tremendously at the university. We also have a sports rehab center where they work with a lot of local universities, helping, high school and college athletes. We're also diving into, a lot of research. So we're looking at more neuromusculoskeletal, like how the brain is affecting how the body moves. So I think students are more interested in specializing rather than really exciting for the university.
By the way, if anybody has any questions and things that I don't ask, or you're just wondering when it comes to chiropractic care, when it comes to Dr. O, when it comes to Logan, feel free to jump in on the chat line, as you guys always do on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Just let us know, and we'll talk about from that standpoint. Greg says neuromuscular pain and issues. I don't know what the question is, or if he is just saying he has those. Does that mean anything to you with him saying that from what you were just talking about?
So we classify basically a neuromusculoskeletal pain, which has to do with how the brain responds to the body. So, right, messages sent to your brain when your body moves, and then the brain perceives pain, and then it sends it back to the area knowing that there's an issue. So we talk about the nervous system controlling how your body moves, essentially.
Okay. We appreciate it. Thanks for the question, Greg. Hopefully, Dr. O answered that for you from that standpoint. When it comes to chiropractors, Projo and I were just talking about this earlier.
Sure.
When you go into an office, there are many different areas where your body can be helped, correct? Can you tell us what's typical for somebody to find if they haven't gone in and gotten chiropractic care, or if they've gone in, gotten your general chiropractic care, but never asked about anything else that might be offered?
So if we're doing a thorough, consultation and history of their patients, we ask, the first question, how can I help you today? What brings you into the office, right? And so maybe your friend or your neighbor or family member said, you've been complaining about this knee pain or this back pain. But as we further investigate, we're looking at a full review of your systems. When's the last time you went to your PCP? When was the last time you had your blood work done? What are some of the other issues you're struggling with? Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you dealing with a digestive issue? So once we start to kind of investigate a little bit further, we can kind of make a connection and also point you in the right direction. I think comprehensive healthcare is important, where all of your doctors are communicating with one another, where it's not like you go to the cardiologist and then you go, to your primary, but they're both put you on different medications and they're not talking to one another about what's going on with the patient. So we really try to work, if we can't find the problem, if we can't help you with the problem, at least can we point you in the direction where you need to go? So really we kind of acting as a primary or a PCP who can, start you in one place and then lead you to another.
Well, I did see when we were talking, because we've been talking about getting you in on this interview for weeks.
Yeah.
Since we first started talking about it, I thought it was interesting because we saw, and I don't know if it was because of the MAHA movement with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., where doctors are now going to learn about nutrition, and we're all of a sudden headed down that road of preventative medicine,
right? Instead
of, we're just going to treat you after the issue comes up. That has to get you excited when you saw something like that.
Oh, absolutely. I actually did my master's degree in nutrition and human performance because I realized that when I was training as an athlete, I didn't feel great all the time. And then I started to look at my diet, what I was putting in my body and how it could help fuel me better, right? So optimal performance, when you think about an athlete, I mean, it is all based on how much protein, how much water, how much, electrolytes are you putting in your system? And, we think about the United States spending the most amount of money on healthcare. And it's just crazy to me that we're, ranked as far as, our sickness is lower than these impoverished countries out there. And I'm like, well, why is this? How can we prevent these things? If you go to the doctor and they want to put you on blood pressure medication, for instance, right? Do they ever tell you that you can get off of it? The next follow-up you go, your blood pressure is down. And they're like, well, we just want to keep it steady and monitor it this way.
Mhm.
But there's also so many side effects that they don't really mention, right? Maybe they do. And I'm not trying to say that all medical doctors want to keep you on prescription drugs, but that emphasis definitely needs to shift towards, nutrition.
Well, we knew you'd be super popular and there'd be lots of questions. I'll try to get to all these questions that are popping up for you already, Dr. O.
Sure.
Dr. O, what is the optimal maintenance care a person should do? Visits per week, month, etc.
Sure. And I think that's a really case by case basis. So, depending on the injury, when someone comes into the office, right, we want to treat that injury. But once we can help them get to reach their goals, whether it's like pain free or better mobility, I think it's important that, you're coming in maybe every 4 to 6 weeks. That's typically what I recommend. Or it's kind of when your body just tells you, like, oh, I think I'm ready for a maintenance, adjustment. But if it comes to things like, I noticed somebody said about using supplements, I think it's important that you're supplementing with, a daily and, around this time of year, right? Upping your vitamin D, there's all sorts of different, herb therapies you can use, zinc, vitamin C, etc. during the cold season. So it really kind of depends on the person. And basically maybe, their past injuries or how often they've been to the chiropractor, that sort of thing.
We have a woman who jumped in, Donna. She said she had some surgeries. Wish she had never done that. Wish she simply would have stuck with chiropractic care. We appreciate you jumping in and talking about that, Donna. Also, Greg says, what type of treatments do you have or use for different issues? The supplements you were just talking about. I guess that was what you were just answering, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Well,
TENS, units, therapy, adjustments, and so forth?
So some of the different types of therapies that we have at Logan are pretty state of the art. So for instance, we have these class 4 lasers that are wonderful for osteoarthritis or recovering from an injury or even a surgery. We also have some new technology called shockwave therapy, which is really great for like a tendinopathy. Or
what is
maybe
a tendinopathy?
So a tendinopathy is basically like a chronic issue to a joint. So an overuse injury, like something in the shoulder, like if you like to lift weights and you do, a lot of overhead press and you get a lot of soreness. Also in the knees, the elbows, like tennis elbows, really popular. So it can break up scar tissue and really help the body repair at a much faster rate. We have decompression therapy. Of course, we have TENS units and things like that. That's a pretty standard therapy. It's a low cost therapy. But what's great at Logan is that all your therapies are $20.
Oh, wow.
So you go and see somebody who's got a class 4 laser or a shockwave therapy in the area. And I'm not trying to not promote other chiropractic
No, of
services.
course not. Of course.
But obviously you have a student who's performing it. So they're overseen by a clinician. So, I mean, we're at least having, some hi.
Oh, no, we're just talking. It's pretty organic.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, we're just getting some pictures. Yeah, it's all
sorry.
good.
And so sorry, I lost my train of thought. But like I was saying, there's a lot of really cool state-of-the-art technology that we use at Logan for a pretty affordable rate.
It is fantastic to hear all of the things that can happen. Robert says, Shockwave, by the way, cured my wife's 20-year back issue in 6 visits. Is that pretty common? Is that typical?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty incredible statistic right there. This is one of my favorite therapies that I've been using quite a bit of lately, and that is the recommended visit in 6 visits. So, I mean, I know if I am sore from a workout or if I overdo it in the, doing yard work, I go in and I do a couple, shockwave treatments and I feel fantastic.
Wow.
You can almost notice like the change in the tissue tone immediately after you use it. And it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, I know it's a huge topic for women, especially when they become perimenopausal, those sorts of situations. What do you guys specifically do when it helps women from that standpoint? Because I thought you brought that up when we first started this interview.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously as hormones change throughout women's life, right, we're not producing as much estrogen in that post-perimenopausal state. And it actually can affect how, the collagen fibers in your joints. Essentially, things start to dry out, if you will. So we see a lot more injuries, especially, women who start exercise programs and things like that. So those type of treatments, if we can help really calm down inflammation in the body, right? So we start to see more inflammation in the body, which inflammation is really your body healing. When we start to calm down that inflammation using whether it's shockwave or even nutrition supplements, proper diet, nutrition, we will offer blood work as well at the university. So if you don't know what your hormone levels are like, you can get blood work done there. So you can kind of go in a bunch of different directions.
I mean, chiropractors, doctors of chiropractic from Logan, you guys are everywhere, aren't you?
We are.
I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, it seems like I know you went. Let me guess, you went to Logan. Let me guess, you went to Logan. And what's that like being in the St. Louis area and teaching, and then having this group of doctors all over the place?
So it's funny that you say that, because I'm, what you would call a transplant, right? So I met my husband here. I didn't intend on staying in Missouri, but what a great place to live.
I hear that a lot. I'm not from here. I didn't plan on staying, but for whatever reason, here I am in Missouri.
Yes. And I'm happy that I am. It's my home. I've been here for 15 years. But yeah, we certainly, there's a lot of sports teams here. So you see, a lot of these clinics popping up that are really focused on rehab. We have our quote unquote old school chiropractors, which are a lot of fun because they're probably some of the best adjusters out there if you just want to pop in and get your back adjusted. But then we also see this rise in functional medicine. So I really don't feel like it's saturated anywhere, right? I think the statistic is like 1 in 14 people roughly see a chiropractor. So how many people go to their medical doctor? Almost, 14 out of 14, right? So I think that there's a place for every patient, whether you feel like, you've had surgeries or you're not into that popping and cracking, but you're looking for somebody who's really going to listen and spend time with you, then I think chiropractic's a good avenue for you to try. I do know that Logan attracts students from all over the country. It's an affordable place to live. You look at some of these schools that are in New York or in California, right, where the rising cost of living expenses. So it attracts a lot of people to come here because it's an expensive degree to get. But it has such a great reputation.
And you came from a long way away to come here.
I did, all the way from Maine.
I mean, that's saying something. Come all the way from Maine, exactly.
Yes.
And you see what's going here.
Yes.
What about blood tests, hormones, inflammation, heavy metals, CPK, CRP, genetic, things of that nature? Are those focused on as well, or at least addressed in chiropractic care, or can they be?
Yes, they absolutely can be. From Logan's standpoint, as far as like heavy metal testing, the genetic testing, we don't offer that on campus. But as I said before, we can always put you in touch. We have a great community of functional medicine doctors in the area that can certainly point you in the right direction. As far as inflammation goes, yes, there's plenty of blood tests that you can do for inflammation. Yeah.
What about okay, let me see. You get the hormone, the inflammation, the heavy metals. We've had all these questions that keep popping up. I want to make sure
we're
that
covering a lot of bases.
that we've covered everything that we wanted to cover too when it comes to Logan and the message that you wanted to get out if you haven't yet. I just want to make sure because I know we've got more questions popping up. Is there something? Yeah, Glenn says, hi, Delia. Is there anything that we haven't covered or focused on? We want to make sure that people understand about Logan, and you may have covered already because you've done a phenomenal job talking about Logan. I just want to make sure. And by the way, Donna says you're a great speaker. So
thank you, Donna.
Compliments coming in for Dr. Delia Overschmidt, AKA Dr. O.
Yes.
Anything else with Logan?
I think it's just getting the word out. A lot of people don't know that we're there. They don't know that we have a health center that offers this wide range of services. So really for me, it's letting people know that Logan's here. We have a great reputation. We have a ton of caring clinicians and an amazing faculty there. But more so, I just want people to take a look into more chiropractic services, right? I think we're trying to expand our reputation and really build it back. So Logan's a great place. And like I said, $20 visit every time you come. We also have acupuncture, which is also $20. I mean, it's incredibly affordable.
Have you had acupuncture? I know it may sound like a stupid question.
Yeah, I have.
What?
I have.
Okay, I haven't had it. I've always seen it. I've wondered what the benefits could be.
Sure.
Did you notice benefits immediately? Is it something that takes time?
So, I think one visit you feel something, 2 to 3 visits, you start to see a change, but ultimately, consistency, it takes time. Like you don't go to the gym and get ripped overnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So acupuncture is one of those things. We live in a society that is extremely stressed, overwhelmed, has trouble sleeping. That is one of the major benefits that I've found is that it has a really nice calming effect. But also, acupuncture expands beyond just, some of the classic things people go for, depression, sleep disturbances, pregnancy related issues, that sort of thing. But also it's great. Dry needling is also a really new popular thing as well. Similar to Shockwave, where it really breaks up.
I've never even heard of it.
You've never heard of dry needling?
No,
Okay, well now
I'm
you have
learning.
something to Google when you leave here. So really great for injuries because those needles, they really penetrate deeper into the tissue and they break up a lot of scar tissue. So many different avenues to go.
One more question, maybe 2 real quick. How would a person start a process of visiting or addressing an issue at Logan?
Yeah, so you can go right to our website, www.logan.edu, and go to the Health Centers tab. We also have, Robert got ripped overnight. That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, at a bar.
At a bar.
At a bar. That's
At
where
a
he got
bar.
ripped.
So yeah, you can check out our website. You can see where our different health center locations are across the St. Louis area. And or you can give us a call too.
There you go. Poi Dog jumping in says, I've done acupuncture many times before. It's great. And it's all about preventative care. It's all about that care that you talk about, more into the functional medicine, as chiropractic has really taken center stage in so many areas. Projo produces shows for another Logan Chiropractic, Dr. Eric Naputi produces shows out of here, who's gone worldwide with functional medicine and creating products and things from that standpoint, which Joe says it's changed his life. And we're just grateful for the time that we've had with you today. Continued success. Great speaker, great role model for Logan Chiropractic. And keep us posted. We'll maybe get you back on the show. Who knows?
That'd be great.
Just to see where we are. But thank you for the education. Dr. Delia Overschmidt. Dr. O, the new director of the Women's Clinic at Logan University. And we appreciate you guys jumping in with us today as well. From that standpoint, we're here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. All things St. Louis, all the time. You can check out the schedule of the 24-hour programming at luinfo.com. Once again, it's luinfo.com. We're here from 6 to 8 every day. And then, of course, now, as you know, it takes over Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Thanks again, everybody, jumping in on the show today. Thanks for being a part of it. Glenn says, congratulations, Delia. Obviously, you have some friends, you have fans, and we are out.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose HomeBank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With HomeBank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.